Hi, I'm David. Oh man, good morning everybody. It's a great early morning to be running barefoot out here. It is story time again. I just want to tell you guys how I actually started off running barefoot. How do I get into it? How do you get into it? What is the circumstance and situation that led me to run barefoot? So open your ears and listen to the story. How did Barefoot Running Dave start off running barefoot? Well, it was a long time ago. Of course, you know my original story. How I had started running. Wasn't the greatest runner, but I just liked to run. And as I was doing it, I had a lot of issues with my my footing and how I walked. I was knock-kneed and flat-footed and pigeon-toed. So I had a lot of posterior issues going on with me. So along with that, just imagine me running with all those posterior issues as well. So as I was running, because I was knock-kneed and pigeon-toed, flat-footed,
0.2 miles.
the heel of the shoe got ran down on either side. This is going to go down there where all the farm animals are. So as I was running, the heel of the shoe would wear down on either side. So you have running shoes. If you run with shoes on, look at the heels of your shoes to see which side they're ran down on. That will tell you that you have a posterior issue with your landing stride. So I'm running and I noticed that the heel is ran down. So I started reading on how to run and how to land and how your foot should strike the ground. So I started practicing that. Try to land mid-foot. Even though my heel was already kind of ran down on my shoes, I was still practicing trying to land with that mid-foot strike. So even though I was doing that, I would run and my lower back would hurt and my knees would hurt and my joints felt really beat up. So I was kind of stuck in the middle, like, okay, which way do I need to go with this? So I started practicing it. I made a little bit of advancement, but then I started getting these blisters on my feet from the shoes and how my foot was rubbing inside of the shoe. So something traumatic happened to me. From there, I got a tore rotator cuff. So all the progress that I made with my running was hampered because the tore rotator cuff wouldn't allow me to run because of the heavy impact I was making. So all that advancement I made trying to land midfoot felt wasted.
5 miles. 6.
So with that tore rotator cuff, I was kind of stuck to just kind of walking. Now the thing is, in the morning time, I usually work out in the garage with no shoes on. So I said, I can't lose this progress. So I started trying to skip in the garage, kind of back and forth a couple of feet, forward and back, because I didn't want to lose any progress. I know the doctor said you shouldn't be doing anything with heavy impact and let that joint heal. So what had happened me being stubborn, of course, I said, well, you know what, it feels okay, because I'm kind of skipping back and forth in the garage. Wasn't really any pressure on my shoulder like that. So what happened, I put on my shoes, went outside, ran for a couple of feet, like 2 or 3 houses down, and my shoulder blew up. It just swole up. And I felt devastated. And I'm like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? So I said I didn't feel like that in the garage when I was going back and forth. It felt okay. As soon as I went out there, shoulder blew up, swole up, fluid leaking out of it. It was bad. So then I started doing some investigative work, went online, said, what is this about running with no shoes or moving with no shoes on? Because my footing was much lighter. So I did that, and I saw it was an actual thing to run with no shoes on. So after about a day, I actually went out and gave it a try. Shoulder still recovering from surgery, but I ran that same distance and I felt nothing.
0.
The landing was lighter.
6 miles, 9 minutes.
The landing was lighter, and there was lighter impact on my joints. I'm like, oh, this could be something here. So I went outside and I ran a little bit further like that, and the landing was lighter. And then I noticed that all those little things that I was trying to correct was on my posture. The body was doing it automatically on its own. So I started off a little bit too fast, of course. I went out in the street, tried to go too far. I didn't let my nerves get a chance to adjust to it. Should always start off lighter, on the grass for about a block, on the sidewalk, not the street. Never start off on the street. On the sidewalk in the grass. So I did that. And then all my posterior issues began to gradually correct themselves. Not flat-footed anymore. Pigeon-toed is gone. Got the arch back in my foot. Posture's realigned. And I'll never, ever look back on running shoes again. And from then on out, I started running barefoot. Now it has its issues. I had to do a lot of foot conditioning. I was talking about toe tapping, so you don't stub your toe and things like that. But in the end, the benefits weigh out the cost for me. No, I don't run on any hypodermic needles on the ground, stuff like that. So I told you, only ran in dog doo-doo once. Once out of 13 years. And also, if you get that blister on your foot at a certain spot, that means that your landing needs to adjust slightly. So running barefoot helps to make you aware of that certain spot that needs to adjust. Kind of like that heel being wore on the shoe. The barefoot running kind of makes you more alert and attuned to what's going on and what adjustments you need to do. So my suggestion to you, it looks weird, but I'm telling you, once you experience it and feel the benefits from it, you got to give it a little bit of time, feel the benefits of it. You'll never look back on a running shoe. That's just my opinion, of course. You formulate your own opinion. So, if you are going to try it, start off with socks maybe. Start off on the sidewalk. Go for a block and back, or a few meters and back. and eventually take off your shoe. Your sock. Whatever you do. I always say start off with no socks. Go on the grass, go a few feet, come back. Let your feet build up to it. And don't run too far too early either. Barefoot running also is a good gauge so you don't overwork your body. So I have no joint pains because your landing is adjusted to land lighter. No lower back pains. It's great. Also, when you run with no shoes on, nerve endings are activated. Puts you in a euphoric state. Almost makes you want to run forever because the nerves are activated, which are also in tune and aligned with nerve organs. The nerves on the bottom of your feet are, adjusted to, or they're in alignment with other nerve organs in your body. I'm not saying it right, it's early in the morning. Just be patient with me. But anyway, that's my story. That's why I run barefooted. Never look back again. Thank you for listening. It's been a great run this morning. Got to get the day started. Barefoot Running Dave here. Faces of Dave family. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. Send me an email or send me a message on YouTube.
Miles, 50
message.
Minutes, 11 minutes.
Or send me a message on Facebook. If you have any questions or anything, any comments, let's talk, let's communicate. Let's go over questions. I'll make a video. Heck, the reason why I made this video is because somebody asked a question. You know who you are. I thank you so much for that. So, Barefoot Running Dave, I'm going to be out of here. Faces of Dave family, Barefoot Running people, subscribe. Have a great morning. I will talk to you later.